100 people like the video quickly. The people they must say the Prime Minister doesn't care for the country. Is that true? Do you think Andrew Holness cares for the country and the people? Yes or no? Do you think the Prime Minister cares for the country and the people? Yes or no? Alright, condolences are in order, RIP is in order also, and we're going to talk about that coming up in this report, everybody. Alright, Blessing Sunday continues. Extensive video footage. The JLP is falling apart. The JLP are mash up. That is what is being said right now as MPs go against MP. You understand? Now, one such person who has been at it right now is EVERALD Warmington, and he now comes out and slams Prime Minister Andrew Holness and makes various accusations. Now, according to what is being said, everybody, the Prime Minister, he says, failed in this regard, and we're going to talk about it. Now, call it what you will, call it what you want. EVERALD Warmington is not one that cares about what he says, and he will gives about every single person his mind that need to get it. And right now, the person who is in the line of fire, Andrew Holness. So 200 people like the video there quickly. 100 people comment yes or no if you think the Prime Minister care about the people and care about the country. Again, do you think the Prime Minister cares about the people and the country? Talk to me inside of the comment section, everybody. You understand? The people are saying, well, otherwise than that, labor rights, this video is for you. Every labor right like the video right now, and tell me if you think Andrew care about the country, because you have some labor right to switching up people. Some of them switch, you understand? Some of the labor right them would have said, listen, we mind open, we eye them open, and this Prime Minister no care. While some labor right say 1 PM and them still loyal. And like the video and comment and tell me if you think, comrade supporters, you also can chime in on this one. PNP people like the video, comment and tell me. As I stated, condolences are in order and RIP is in order right now, and we're going to tell you all about that further down in the segment. Extensive video footage will be provided for you. You understand? That will confirm what EVERALD Warmington has to say, because it is very, very serious. And we're going to talk about that. So today's Blessing Sunday, people. EVERALD TV wishes you God's richest blessing. All right, everybody? Yes. So right now we're going to talk about that. But before we get into this, of course, everybody share the video to everybody. You can share the video with, share the video to them, every single body, your mother, your father, and most of all, subscribe to the channel and hit that post notification bell so whenever EVERALD TV drops content, you will be notified instantly. Me know already, I said me chat too much, so I'm gonna roll the clip, like the video, listen to this.
EVERALD Warmington's comments follow the government's decision to send State Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Senator Abka Fitzhenley, to represent Jamaica at Wednesday's state funeral for West Indies cricket great Sir Garfield Sobers in Barbados. Sport falls under Minister Olivia Babsy Grange's portfolio. Warmington insists he has no issue with Fitzhenley's attendance at the event. In a WhatsApp group for JLP MPs, Warmington is questioning how a minister who already has a Minister of State can end up with a junior member of another ministry speaking for that ministry. According to him, his concern has to do with tensions between Minister Grange and her State Minister Carencia Morrison. He says the Prime Minister and Jamaica Labour Party leader Dr. Andrew Holness has failed to act decisively to resolve the matter. And he reaches back into JLP history for that warning. He says former Prime Minister Edward Seaga stood aside and let malice destroy the party. The former Works Minister asks, quote, "Are we heading back there?" And "The arrogance will not allow us to get another term," end quote. Warmington says a good Prime Minister steps in and resolves issues between a minister and the team supporting that minister. He accuses Holness of allowing this one to fester. He closes with the quote, "If this is how a party runs, may God help our souls," end quote. Minister Grange has held the culture portfolio since 2016. Morrison was appointed Minister of State in September of last year. Rumors have been circulating in the public domain about a declining relationship between her and Grange. Nationwide put the claims to Minister Morrison on Cliff Hughes online on Friday, June 19.
We in media have been hearing that all is not well between you and your minister, that you are not being given enough work to do. Is that so?
I think the supporters, they're used to seeing me out and about all over. The campaign has ended. I can't be out there in that way. But I can assure them they will see the results shortly. They will see the transition. I honor the past. I respect the contributions of the Honorable Minister. And I am doing what I ought to do, which is the right thing, to put the country forward, the ministry forward, and not necessarily to focus on the jingle aspect of the job. The campaign is over. It's time to do real work, serious work. And I want when Jamaica see their minister, their state minister, they know that this is substance over hype.
Nationwide News further reached out to Minister Morrison today about Warmington's comments. She indicated that she would call back, but up to news time, no call had been returned. Efforts to reach Minister Grange were also unsuccessful. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
So let's get into the reports right now. Alright, let's get into the reports. Now, you heard it a while ago, and if you wouldn't pay attention, then I am here to make you know what is happening. Warmington accuses Holness of ignoring rift in culture ministry. Alright, that is EVERALD Warmington. Again, you understand, this man here doesn't give one nothing about what he says about anybody. Anybody if you get it, they might go get it. I can tell you that. You understand? But anyway, my people, let's get into the reports right now where that is concerned. Alright? Now, according to what is being said, government backbencher EVERALD Warmington is chiding Prime Minister Andrew Holness, accusing him of failing to step in and settle what he described as a long-running feud inside the Ministry of Culture, Gender and Entertainment and Sports. And I think that ministry belongs to Olivia Grange. Now, in his rebuke, the Southwest St. Catherine MP names Minister Olivia Grange and her Minister of State, Kerencia Morrison. Now, EVERALD Warmington's comment follow a government decision to send State Minister in the office of the Prime Minister, Senator Abka Henley, to represent Jamaica at Wednesday's state funeral of West Indies cricketer great Sir Garfield Sobers in Barbados. Now, sports fall under Minister Olivia Grange's portfolio. That is what Warmington says. So how can you send another person in that capacity? Warmington insists that he has no issue with Fitzhenley's attendance at the event, none at all. In a WhatsApp group for JLPs, Warmington is questioning how a minister who already has a minister of state can end up with a junior member of another ministry speaking for that ministry. According to him, his concerns has to do with tension between Grange and her state minister, Kerencia Morrison. So there is beef between Olivia and her state minister, Kerencia Morrison. According to EVERALD Warmington, he says that the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party leader, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, has failed to act decisively to resolve this matter, right? He reaches back into the Jamaica Labour Party history for the warning that he gives. He says former Prime Minister Edward Seaga stood aside and let malice destroy the party. So Andrew Holness, that's what EVERALD Warmington has to say. We will now get to this update. Murder suspect surrenders after hiding in Black River Morass. Now, St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, police says that a 41-year-old man accused of fatally big stoning his brother-in-law in a deadly domestic dispute in Slipe, St. Elizabeth, Friday afternoon, has surrendered. Now, a senior police source said sometime before midday yesterday, the suspect was taken into custody after hiding from the police in Black River Morass. Now, he was reportedly reached by telephone, and following negotiations, he surrendered peacefully. However, police says that the drop-in weapon has not been located. Police named the dropping victim as 32-year-old Kyle Campbell, otherwise called Son, a resident of Slight District. We have more to come, stay tuned, we're going to so forward.